All right, so part 2 or 3, I can't remember what it is. I'll put it down in a segment. And I don't know how many parts they're going to be, so let me just keep on rolling with it. All right, so if you are dating someone overseas, and I'm just going to generalize it that way, here are some other things that you want to look out for. Aside from not really, having a conversation with you face to face so that you can see who he is, I had this one guy, and ladies, you probably already know who this is because more than likely he done hit y'all up. I think he done hit. My cousin was approached by this person, and I was like, "What? How is he finding these people?" So here's his story. He works at an oil rig, and this person was not African, by the way. He works at an oil rig, and he's not really available to conversate, but he wants to get to know me better. And when he has downtime, he'll be able to communicate with me. And, he lives in Texas. So if I'm saying anything that sounds familiar to any of you ladies, block and move on. Okay. So he was like, I just want to get to know you. I said, well, let's do a FaceTime, you know, WhatsApp call or whatever. And he was like, oh, well, my hours, I can't talk right now, but you've been chatting with me for the last 20 minutes, right? But you can't talk right now. So I blocked him. 6 months later, I kid you not, he came back under another name. And it was the same exact story. Same exact story. And I was laughing because I'm like, he don't even realize that he hit me up 6 months ago. If you gonna scam someone, why don't you keep notes? I don't get it. I don't understand it. Keep notes so you know who you reached out to. That would be very helpful. So then another like 3 months later, when my cousin calls me and she's like, girl, this guy hit me up. And I said, where is he? Oh, he's in Europe, but he's working on an oil rig and he can't really communicate. I said, does he live in Texas? She said, yeah. I said, girl, block and delete. I told her the story. We both laughed about it. So I'm telling you, these men who say, or women, I work for a big company, I can't talk to you right now, but you've been chatting with me for an hour. You could have easily picked the phone up. You can dial me through Instagram or Facebook. If they don't do that, red flag, run the other way, block, delete, move on. Okay? That's another thing. Now, after a while of getting to know you, talking to you, if you pass through the first part of the relationship, which means, we've done the pleasantries, introductions, you told me a little about you, I've told you a little bit about me, because it's going to be very little, very, very little, because I don't know you, and you don't know me, and I don't, okay, let's just leave it like that. So if you get through that part, and we've done our FaceTime, Zoom, and I know who you are. Like, I'm looking at you. I know you are the guy that is matched with the photo on social media. I've gone through your social media because you know what, women do that. Men do that. Go through and ask questions, right? Don't be ashamed to ask questions because this person's reaching out to get to know you. So you definitely want to ask questions. Don't take everything that they tell you as law because it's not, okay? So afterwards, I still don't know you, right? So here is the biggest red flag. By that phone call, I'm still trying to get to know you. We laughing, we talking. If you call me baby, if you called me sweetheart, if you start off with terms of endearment and I don't even know you and you don't know me and I at this point don't even know if I like you, that's a red flag. See, they already are trying to ingratiate themselves. Most women, they fall for that. They fall for the okie doke. Let's be real. The first time a man says, babe, oh, they ready. See, some women, and guys, be careful because some women, you're going to run up on the wrong one. You keep doing that to some women. They're going to be psychotic and you're going to call them babe and sweetheart and they're going to have y'all married and you're going to be sitting there talking about, I just wanted to scam her. And she's going to be one of them ones you should have never messed with. So I'm telling you, be careful doing that. You setting your own self up on that mark. But if they're overseas and they start with the terms of endearment too early, it's because they know women, we tend to be more emotional. Now, this can happen to a guy too, But I noticed, I'm a woman, I can't speak from a guy viewpoint, but it could be happening to you. So I apologize if you keep hearing me say guys. But guys know that women, especially when she's vulnerable, she's been hurt before. So she's gonna fall apart, right? Oh my, he called me baby. Oh my God. Well, let me ask you something. Would you take that from a man? And honestly, if he was standing right next to you and you didn't know him and he started calling you baby and sweetheart, most of us be like, do you know me? You don't know me that well to use terms of endearment. To me, that's offensive. Some women like it. You could be, I could be different. But you start that stuff and we not in a relationship. We just friends. Don't you call me out my name. My name is my name. That's what I want you to use. Now, once we get in a relationship, call me terms of endearment. I welcome it. However, you don't know me. So don't call me, hey baby, hey so-and-so, hey so-and-so. And let me tell you something. Block number 1, don't you call me out my name. And y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Because to me, I'm old school that way. Women aren't called profane names. Call her by her name. Be respectful. But that's a red flag for any kind of dating that you're doing with someone overseas because they're trying to endear themselves to you. So now I got you in a relationship. You hook, line, and sinker. You waiting by the phone, waiting for me to text and chat with you. And yet I can't talk to you right now because what you don't realize is I'm talking to 20 other women doing the same thing. You ain't my only baby. And I know this works. That's why I keep doing it. So this is your girl, Essie. Remember to like, follow, subscribe, and share. Another video coming. There's more.